Hey guys, Stephanie back with you again this week to share another fun video. This might be my favorite one so far. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create and add full spread photos to your albums, mini albums, handbooks, whatever, you name it. So let's get started. Hey everyone, I wanted to show you one of my very favorite ways to add in photos in my mini albums or albums. So this year I am using a 6x8 album. This is from Ali Edwards. It's a little bit smaller than like a handbook size album. And so I might end up transitioning my pages to a wider spined album later in the year. But for right now, I like that this one's smaller and it's just the beginning of the year. So only have a number of pages in here. And my goal with this album and kind of my primary memory keeping outlet is to add in one story a month in this book. I'm also doing a photo album, like a printed photo album that I'll be sharing here on this channel as well, kind of a flip through of that one to make sure I get all my photos off of my camera and phone. But I still needed a project that I could do with my hands, and this album, 6x8 album, is the perfect size. So I'm gonna add this photo into my album. And my very favorite way to add in photos, especially of my kids, is to add in large photos. So this photo is printed on photo paper. I use Ilford Smooth Pearl photo paper. I buy this huge, I'm grabbing it right here, pack of 100 8.5 by 11, this Ilford Gallery. It's smooth pearl. So I buy this huge pack and it lasts me forever. I probably order maybe 2 a year. And I print a ton of photos. So I printed my photo on 8.5 by 11 paper, which obviously is not going to fit in this album. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through my process for adding large photos into my albums. You could also print your photo, and I can do a walkthrough video if anybody's interested using either Photoshop or PicMonkey or something like that. You can print your photo like half and save that file, and crop your photo and save that file, and then you could crop the other half and save that file. And then when you print them and bring them out, you'll have your full page photo there. So, but for this one, my photo is 8.5 by 11, and that's perfect for my album. My album is 6x8, so this is going to be a little bit taller, and I'll measure that out in a second. So being 8.5 by 11, I'm just going to crop this or trim this photo right down the middle. So when I cropped my photo into the 8.5 by 11 size, I tried to make sure that my son was on one side and my daughter was on the other side, because I wanted it to pretty much be split right down the middle. So I'm just gonna try to eyeball this, and just gonna cut it right down the middle, and that gives me two photos the exact same size, 8.5, or I guess they're 5.5 by 11. 8.5 by 5.5 now. And as you can see, when I bring my album over, I'm just gonna flip back. So it's gonna go about right here in my album. These pages are going to be a little bit taller than the rest of the album. So I think I'm just gonna cut this 1/2 inch off, which you totally don't have to. I'm gonna cut like 1/4 inch off of each one. Grab my album back here. So I cut 1/4 inch off one, because the page protectors, although it says 6x8, they are just a little bit higher to allow room for your photos, and then the seam as well. So I'm going to use my two photos just like that, and I'm going to go ahead and punch holes in my photo because I'm going to add some things to them and I want to make sure that I don't end up punching any of those parts off. So I'm going to grab my Crop-A-Dile. Now when I open my album, I want this page to open like a lay flat kind of book. So I want to make sure that when I go to punch my holes that I put them in the stack the paper or the photo paper exactly how I want it. And then I'm going to line up my pocket here that has my size and go ahead and punch my holes really fast. Okay, so here you can see I just lined them up and punched my holes, and I'm just going to show you really fast when I add these back in the albums there and you get to this page in the album, then it will be a full page, full spread photo. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of detail to this photo. What I really want to do is use my stamps and stamp maybe over here and over here, like he and she, him and her type of thing. So I'm just gonna, I keep all my stamps in an old handbook. So this is an old Studio Calico handbook that I just slide my stamps in the page protectors, and all my Alpha stamps are in the front. So I think I'm gonna use this one. And I am an awful stamper, so I'm sure I'm probably going to make a mistake, but it's going to be okay. I don't know how people who do like all these fabulous stamps and stuff, how they keep it so, so clean looking. Because I am, I guess I would say, a messy stamper, which is fine. Okay. So I think I'm going to add the he first and then just add in the S. And I found when you stamp on photo paper, the ink kind of really sticks, as you can see. So I usually grab it and then just gently peel it off. Ah, there we go. And I've also found if you don't stamp that some stamps have like an extra, so I was going to put the she, the S here right beside the H obviously, but some stamps have this extra space that when you go to stamp, it adds it and makes your word look a little awkward because there's an extra space in between your letters. So I've learned that it is easier sometimes to do them individually. So I think I can do the S, and then I think I can do, these two seem to be just fine together. So I'm just going to add those and kind of overlap that one little area I was just telling you about right there. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is take these over to my typewriter, and I'm going to type directly onto the photos. So I use, this is matte photo paper, and you can see it has like a little bit of a shine, but it's not glossy. And my typewriter, I have a electric typewriter, and it types on photo paper just fine. So I'm just going to give this a minute to dry and then type my journaling, and I'll be right back. All right, I typed my journaling here on either side, so you can see I ran it right through my typewriter, and actually just changed my ink, my typewriter ink, which I order off of Amazon. I changed it this morning, so it's so nice and dark and it looks awesome. So I'm not going to really add too terribly much to the page, but I did want to add maybe just a few little odds and ends. Thinking I might add, I have some cute chipboard pieces from the Ali Edwards story kits, and I have some hearts. I'm just gonna dump these out so I can see them just a little bit better. I have some of these banners and fun things. So I'm just kind of going through and see what might work. This one says, remember this. This one says, thankful for you every single day. I was looking to see if there was one, like two, that would go together. So I think I might do maybe a heart, and I also have, oh, I do have some, I have 2 stars. I might add 2 stars. Just gonna put this on a bag to see if I added one there and one there. Okay. Just kind of used it as much since it was transparent. So I think I'm gonna add one over here. And I think I'm gonna add one over here on this side. And then I might add just a little tab or sticker at the bottom. I think I'm gonna go with this, remember this, here. I also do have these fun little, oh, I think I might like that. I have some of these fun little transparent flags. So there's one that says hello. I think I might like this. So this says boom. I think I'm gonna go with this, and it has a protective coating on it. So I'm just gonna pull that off really fast. Go. And I'm going to sew it really quickly into place. So I sewed this banner into place and added that right there. And that's pretty much, I think, how I'm going to add it into my album. So I'm going to do, this is just an extra page that I want to do for January. I told you I wanted to do 1 story a month, but I do have Allie's heart story kit that has super cool little gold hearts and some other things, some other elements. So I want to do, it has these fun chipboard pieces too. So I have another project in mind to use with those, but that will go over here on this side. So just to kind of give you an idea, I'm thinking I'm probably going, since this side is blank, I'm probably going to do a photo collage here and then do my journaling over on this side. And then this will be this story here. And then next month, or if I happen to have another story from January that I want to tell, I can just add it back on that side. So that is a look at how I add full spread photos. It's so easy, especially if you can just print your photos on 8.5 by 11 paper and then trim down the middle. You can also, like if you do 8.5 by 11 and you wanted to make this 6 by 6, you could obviously trim off the top part there. So yeah, that's how I love to add those extra little pages into my albums and mini books. Thanks so much, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.